During
and please start,
Okay.
and you should just finish it in 8 to 9 minutes because the honorable governor has to also come, and then we
Okay,
have questions also. Please.
Thank you. Good morning to everybody, and thank you so much for inviting me for this particular session. I'll be just briefly highlighting some of the strategies and the initiatives which we have taken up in the agricultural higher education. I hope my slides are visible, sir.
Slides are visible.
Thank you. Thank
But have you, please slide, go to the next slide. Let us see.
Yes. Is it okay, sir? Is it changing?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. ICR, this Indian Council of Agriculture Research, I'll be little fast. This is a very premier organization and undertaking agriculture research, extension and education. Education is a very important component built into the this particular system. And this entire system has got about 113 research institutes spread across the country, including the research centers, the project directorates, and then we have around 731 Krishi Vigyan Kendras. And besides this, we have agricultural universities in every state. In almost there are 3 to 4 universities. So this is the total number of agricultural universities we have, 77 as of now. And these 77 includes, besides the general agriculture universities, we have the veterinary universities, the 15 veterinary universities, the horticulture, fisheries, and then ICR itself has its 4 deemed universities. One is in IRI, then we have a National Dairy Research Institute, Indian Veterinary Research Institute, and Central Institute of Fishery Education. So these are the 4 deemed universities, and there are 3 central agricultural universities, one located in Bihar, Kusa, Bihar, the other one is in Imphal, then the third one is in Jhansi. These are the 3 central agriculture universities, and all these universities in total we offer about 12 UG level degree programs, and then there are 81 PG level subjects and 80 doctoral programs in different fields of agriculture. And in order to attract the students to agricultural education, agriculture universities run as per the state mandates. It's the state since agriculture is the state subject, and they admit the students from their own state. But in order to reduce this academic inbreeding, ICR initiated a process way back in 97-98 that some students at the national level we make a selection and send the students to different agricultural university. So as of now, 20% of the seats are for ICR All India quota seats for UG, and 30% seats are for PG and PhD programs. And these are the 12 degree programs which we offer in UG. And the later addition is we have just now added another BSc Honours in Natural Farming, as per the directions from the Honorable Prime Minister that natural farming has to be encouraged. So for this purpose, from this year onwards, we have started a new degree program on this. There is one Bachelor of Veterinary Science that we don't conduct the examination. That is, the students are selected through the Veterinary Council of India, and they are selected through their NEET score. And we also offer a good amount of scholarship to all the students at the UG level as well as PG level, and at the PhD level, like we have JRF, SRF, PG scholarship, National Talent Scholarship, and so on. This is the trend of the UG admissions. From this year onwards, I would like to highlight that we have joined. NTA conducts the exam for all this. We have approached NDA for that. For the last 5 years, they are conducting the exam. This year onwards, for the UG entrance examination, we have joined with the Common University Entrance Test, CUET. So the student don't have to appear now for multiple examination. Through CUET only, we will make the selection for all the UG degree programs. And for the quality assurance part, we have ICR has its own National Agricultural Education Accreditation Board. So all the agriculture university, the colleges, they apply for accreditation to ICR, for which the complete guidelines are given in the Model Act, which we have prepared and circulated to all the universities. The distinguishing feature of our course curriculum is, see, National Agriculture Education Policy has come in 2020. However, our BSc Agriculture program and the various components involved, it is running way back for last so many years since it started for the 4 years program. It's already a 4 years program. And another important feature is that we have a uniform course curriculum in all the agriculture universities, 77 agriculture university, the same course curriculum with a slight flexibility given to the university as per their the region specific. Some things can be included in that. Then a skill development part is already included in terms of a student ready program. Ready is a Rural Entrepreneurship Awareness Development Yojana. This was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister in 2016, and every student has to undertake this particular program in the final year of the UG. This also includes the industrial attachment. The students can opt for this option. So if you see all these things, the RAWE is another important program, the Rural Awareness Work Experience. It's a compulsory course for the UG students in the final year, in the last semester of their UG degree program. So we can say that the degree program for the entire, it's a future ready program for all the students of agriculture. And another important feature is, if you go to the masters and PhD, it involves all research component as well. So teaching, research and extension, these are the built-in component of our teaching program. And under the student ready program, these are the various experiential learning units. Every university has got a number of experiential learning units, which the student has got the option to select any of these experiential learning units, and they can work there for 6 months in this. So the different, I have just mentioned here in this pie diagram, on different aspects. The experiential learning programs are there. Like for mushroom raising, 6 months program is right from the beginning till the end. The packaging, the marketing, everything is involved in that. We provide for this particular thing, we provide the support in terms of some finance, which is given to the students per month. These are some of the snapshots of these experiential learning which the students are undertaking. Now, as per the National Education Policy, as soon as it was announced way back in July 2020, immediately the agriculture, we also formed a committee. The Honorable Agriculture Minister, he formed a committee, and the committee had a series of meetings, and in April 2021, a report was submitted, and this is the copy of that report where the complete implementation strategy, how to implement the National Education Policy with respect to the agricultural education has been framed, and this has been circulated to all the agriculture universities, which they have to follow. The timeline has been given by this date, this has to be done, and so on. So NEP mainly focuses on the skill development, it also focuses on the technology, and it also focuses on the professional. So all these things are built in our course curriculum. We have the student ready program for skill development. Technology, we have recently added many of the digital learning techniques, and our BSc agriculture is already declared as a professional degree. So these are some of the steps which we are taking up under the NEP 2020 for the UG. In order to have the multiple exit and entry options, the Dean's Committee has been formed. It has already submitted its report to us. We are just finalizing it, and from the next academic year, we are trying to implement that. It is taking care of whether if the student leaves at 1 year, what should be the course curriculum, the certificate program. After 2 years, the diploma program, everything is now being built in that. Besides this, some new vocational courses are also being added into the course curriculum. So this is just what is the 6th Dean's Committee which they are doing. And one of the another important thing is, we have to increase our gross enrollment ratio. This is one of the important aspects. So for this, one of things in all agriculture universities, the residential requirement is compulsory. So we are trying to now relax that residential requirement, and students can stay outside in order to increase the number of students coming into the agricultural stream. We have already implemented or started the work on academic bank of credits, which is there. The common entrance test also, we are just convincing the universities to just take this course. About 20 universities are taking this course from us, which we are conducting through NTA, and rest also we are trying to make them that all the students should have one common. It's not that the state take their other exam and then we also take a separate exam. So one common entrance exam, we are just focusing on that. Now, bringing resilience into agriculture education systems. For this, we are trying to make it many digital initiatives we have taken. We have developed a number of digital infrastructure under one of the very important program of National Agricultural Higher Education Project. It is a World Bank funded project. Under this, all the universities have been provided all the digital facilities, smart classrooms. All the universities, we have given them the training on them. So virtual classrooms are there. The digital content is being prepared and this is also available. I'll show you some of the snapshots for that. And the faculty is also being trained on how to use these various digital options which we have prepared. Agripreneurship is again another important. As I told, we are going for the vocational courses. A number of vocational courses have already been developed, and the students are opting for them. It is open for all, not only for those registered students, from those coming from outside, they can also opt for these vocational courses. A number of universities have already started their incubation centers. Just highlighted few of the universities, like we have the Kamdhen University, then we have GB Pant University, Assam Agriculture Universities. They all have their own incubation centers where an incubatee can come right from the beginning till end. They are being trained for that. The employment avenues are tremendous. The agriculture graduates got good opportunity. They can go for agricultural officers and so on. I've just highlighted here the various avenues where the students can opt after they completing their degree program. Then all the MSc and PhD students, since they have to go for a research work, they have a thesis with them. So this we have a centralized repository with us, which is being maintained here in ICR, and all the university students have to just upload their thesis into this Krishi Kosh, a digital repository which we have prepared. Then we have an e-resources in agriculture, that is consortium for e-resources, where all this is again ICR is providing these facilities to all the universities, where you can access a number of research publications. There are around so many all big publishers elsewhere, Oxford, Springer, Taylor and Francis. You can get the all research papers downloaded from this. It's a huge repository which we have, and all the university faculty, the students are taking the maximum benefit of this particular facility. Now, NEP also talks about the holistic development of the students. That is the overall, the life skills, the meditation, yoga. For this, we have signed an MOU with the Heartfulness Education Trust, which is located in Shantivanam, Hyderabad. So they go to their trainees, go to different agriculture universities and offer this training to our students. I've just given here some few of these, like Luas, we have a university in Hisar, veterinary university. So they go there and it's free of cost. It's a 1 credit course also. We have included it in the course curriculum. The students can take up this course for 1 week or maybe 10 days.
Madam, try to conclude, please.
Yes. So under NHEP, we are providing the students the facility to undergo international trainings also. About 1,000, more than 1,000 students have already gone to different countries. The faculty is also being trained for this. It's from all different agricultural universities. The e-learning facility has been developed. About 150 UG courses and 70 PG courses are already uploaded on this. And we have developed a blended learning platform. And the faculty of all the agriculture universities are being trained. As NEP says that some percentage has to be an online teaching. So for that purpose, we have already developed this blended learning platform. An academic management system for the students, one-to-one solution, one-to-end solution for all the students. They can register themselves, they can offer the courses through this system. And then now the roadmap is the final slide. The roadmap is that we are trying to work on how to mainstream the agricultural curriculum in the schools. So we are going to the different schools. We are having meetings with the principals of the schools, and we are trying to develop some syllabus with the support of NCERT. Again, same, we are mainstreaming private universities also into agriculture. We are going for globalization of higher agricultural education. And then in the service-oriented models, some of the universities have already developed the agri-tourism parks. So other universities are also encouraged to go for these agri-tourism parks, ecotourism, agripreneurship, agri-startups and all that. This is the school one. The students are invited to different exhibitions which we have here in Delhi, and they really show a lot of interest into the agriculture. This is one Agri Rise magazine which we have made for the students. It's a quarterly magazine, and every magazine is having a theme. Like we have NEP 2020, we have empowering youth with new age technologies, agripreneurship. So this is the student-centric magazine, and students can take the maximum benefit of this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for the wonderful deliberations, and it was very concise. Thank you very much. We will take the questions necessary. Now I will request Dr. Soni to brief and tell us about what new has happened in AICT. AICT is actually has revamped, uh, have new approvals, new courses, have taken out the limits, have got a lot of new digital initiative. Dr. Soni, please. Should be also concise so that we can take some questions at least.
300, now it is 360. Even this year also, for new institution, it is 360 only intake. But other than new institutions, so other than new institutions, those who are existing, there is no limit. Earlier, if they need to increase the intake, they required either NBA or NAC grade. But now it is now delimited. One can extend as much as they have the infrastructure and faculty available in place, they can apply. So this limit is now over. There is no limit. That era is over now. The another fourth reform, there was no courses available for working professionals. Of course, there were some. There were some. I can understand. There are some. I'm not naming that because things are changed now. So, but for regular technical institutions, for working professionals, there were no courses available. We have the huge forces. People are working in industries. They want to upgrade their educational qualifications. Now the doors are open from the last year. One can enhance their technical qualifications through professional courses, through technical courses for working professionals. Universities and institutions can now run courses for working professional, that too in their comfortable time, rather I should say maybe evening or maybe Saturday, Sunday holidays. So that is another reform which has been done last year, and this year now in our approval process handbook it is included. The last one, which is not visible actually, last line. Existing institutions, those who are running engineering programs or might be running management program like MBA, might be running computer program like MCA, they were not running MBA and MCA. They can also run now. They can start BBA and BCA. So that will be benefit to them. So if someone can help me just before the next slide. So I'll just speed up it. And I know our chief guest is about to arrive, so I'll just conclude it. Rather, initiative I'll take up little later, and this reform is more important, those who are here, in fact. So now, earlier, for off-campus institutions need to seek approval separately. This provision has been enabled this year. The institution can have the off-campus course also, provided they have they are empowered with their act. If their act is not empowered, then they cannot have, of course. Otherwise, this off-campus is also now provisioned in this year approval process. Institutions, those who are having multiple campuses, they can merge. And from this year, even two societies can also merge. So this particular provision has been enabled this year only. This hibernation, those who are running the technical institution, they might understand. If they don't want to run particular courses for 1 year or 2 years, they can go for hibernation, and then they can again come back to AICT for approval. Rather than no admission kind of, they can go for hibernation, they can opt for hibernation in fact. And the most important, the compliance burden. We are dedicated to reduce the compliance burden, and that is the focus of the government of India. In fact, we are also trying our level best to reduce this compliance burden for seeking approval from AICTE. Yeah. So just sum up, this is all regarding reform in approval process. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. We'll take up questions also if you have later on after finishing this one. And if you have any doubt, because I have not gone into detail in AICT approval process, only the highlights I told. So if any of the questions you are having, you're most welcome those questions. Now, when we say taking approval for the BCA, BBA and BCA is mandatory, what is the benefit to the institutions? That's more important. Simply seeking approval of BBA and BCA from AICTE is not going to enhance the value. Of course, since the regulation is there, so it is mandatory, but there are many benefits. There are many benefits. It's a win-win situation for institutions and for the AICTE too. AICTE is regulating around 9,000 institutions across the country. What we predict after BBA and BCA included, now included in fact, approval process is on. If someone willing to seek approval from AICTE, now this approval process portal is on right now, one can apply. That is one. And soon the last date will be over. That is the last day of this month. That will be the last one. However, for BBA, BCA, one can apply up to next year. But normal programs, one has to apply before the last day of this month. I was telling, someone is seeking approval for BBA and BCA, they will be highly benefited by AICTE because those who seek the approval, the activities of AICTE, the facilities of AICTE, all kind of policies or all kind of benefit will be extended to the student, the faculty, and the institutions, those who seek the approval for BBA and BCA. All kind of scholarship, all kind of projects, they can apply for AICTE and that will be extended to them. Otherwise, when they were excluded for the approval, these benefits were not extended to them. So that is the major crux in that. If you apply for AICTE, BBA, BCA approval, those facilities will be extended to those institutions. Student will be heavily benefited because they'll get a scholarship. Earlier, they were getting scholarship, different scholarship, but not the AICTE scholarship. Now they will get the AICTE scholarship too. I'll just quickly take up what AICTE initiatives are there. AICTE spend a lot of resource in terms of funding, in terms of HR, in terms of other infra, for quality initiative, for other quality initiative like back to this one. Yeah. So revision of curriculum. Those who are aware if it's good, those who are not aware, I'll just share that revised curriculum is uploaded in the website, AICTE website. University can download, and it is not mandatory again. It is suggestive. One can download, and one can follow that revised curriculum. For BBA and BCA also, the curriculum will be soon available in the AICTE website. Teacher training is a prime focus for AICTE. Just for teacher training, AICTE established AICTE Training and Learning Academy. So the focus can be the training in futuristic technologies, and that's the reason the separate cell kind of separate division AICTE Training and Learning Academy was established and functioning now towards the teacher training. Mandatory induction program for students. One of the important initiative, and someone may ask why this induction program. So whenever the student join any of the institutions, we request institutions and universities to conduct induction program. Ideally, it is 3 weeks, but for 1 week or for 2 weeks, and let them not teach initially, just for a week or two, or maybe maximum for 3 weeks. Let them understand the university or the institutions, encourage their hobbies, and they will be comfortable with the institutions in a week or two. And special focus is universal human values. So if they are inducted in universal human values, in fact, their 4-year program will be amazing, will be wonderful. We heard suicide cases, and I hope these kind of cases will be able to handle with these induction program. That has taken mic, and I hope.
No, I wanted that you conclude so that our esteemed colleague may ask some questions. So it will give more insight to them rather than listening.
Thank you so much. I know time limit is there, and I'm taking more time. I'll rather conclude here only. So AICT is available here. I am available here, in fact, and rather you can approach to us for AICT any kind of policies, any kind of reforms, any kind of questions. We are open to everyone, and not only the questions here. Rather, after this only, this also, we have come out with IVRS. We have come out with centralized support system. One can visit AICT website. You can raise queries, and we have put the limit ourselves. We'd like to reply your queries in just 72 hours. So that limit we have put for ourselves. In fact, we have put dedicated support system in AICT. If you visit AICT, in reception itself, you'll get a help desk there. So multiple channels for helping institutions to understand what AICT reform and initiatives are there that we have done. So you're most welcome. And conclude here, I know I have not gone into detail in the reforms and initiatives, but we are open to you. Rather, now I request for the question. Rather, Professor Pathak has already told. So I just stop here only. Thank you so much for listening me, in fact, because this is my university, and therefore it's my pleasure to share views with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, AIU, and thank you the management of this visionary leadership of this university. Thank you all.
So thank you, Dr. Soni, for this enlightened presentation. I think the AICT has gone far away and doing a lot of reformations. In fact, this course on the universal human values, I was also there to design this course of universal human values at the technical education. Doing well, we followed it, AKTU Lucknow, and it was a wonderful credit course. So I think my friends and the esteemed colleague may ask questions. And Mr. Bajpayee, Professor Bajpayee, can you give mics to all the people? So please introduce yourself, your question, and to whom you are asking, so that all our esteemed colleague can reply.
I am Professor Nagaraju, Vice Chancellor, GM University, Sambalpur. It's for Dr. Soni. Thank you for the presentation. I just wanted why AIU wanted affiliation or accreditation from the university. You told about universities are free, but affiliating institutions need accreditation, I believe. That's one thing. Could you clarify that? Second, what kind of teacher training is available? Is it only for the engineering faculty or for other business administration faculty too? The teacher training is available. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll answer this question and maybe pertaining to others too, in fact. So one is approval. For universities, by virtue of Act, it is not mandatory for any of the university to seek the approval from AICTE. Universities does not mean deemed to university. Private state university, central universities, and state universities. These universities are excluded by virtue of Act only. It is not mandatory for them to seek approval from AICTE. However, all affiliated institutions, they need to seek approval from AICTE and it is mandatory for them. I hope this clarify your query, sir. First one. Yeah. Second, regarding this faculty development program, we focus to the institution, those who are seeking approval from the AICTE primarily. However, few faculty development program, training programs are open for others too, because ultimately it's a education fraternity across the country, and therefore few training programs, few faculty development programs are open to them, but most of the faculty development program and teacher training program are open maximum for AICTE approved institutions. And that is encouragement for other institutions, those who are not seeking approval from the AICTE. One more thing I want to clarify, universities, those who are seeking approval, I'll just, not talking about deemed to university. For deemed to university also, it is mandatory to seek the approval from the AICTE. But other than deemed to university, like private university, state university and central universities, if they are seeking approval from the AICTE, then it is mandatory to seek approval for all the technical programs regulated by AICTE. It is not like they're seeking approval for only engineering programs and not seeking approval for MBA, MCA, or for any other program regulated by AICTE. So whatever AICTE regulates for all the programs, they need to seek approval. However, if they are not taking approval, it is up to them, not mandatory for them.
Namaskar. My name is Rajen Tripathi. I head the education programs and partnerships for bilateral engagement for British Council. Very happy to be here today with us. My question is to Professor Soni. If you look at the Swayam platform of AICTE, I think that's one of the largest platforms that is providing high quality courses for the benefit of students. How can international organizations and international universities, especially I can represent from the UK side, would be able to collaborate and put high quality content if it is available, and what would be the process for that?
So collaboration is open. In fact, you need to contact universities, and there are 7 national coordinator. So you can approach national coordinator. AICTE is one of the national coordinator. Like other few 6 more are there. So this information is available on Swayam website. So either you can approach to universities, those who are creating content. You can directly collaborate with the universities and institutions, those who are uploading content, and they are allowed. Basically, there is a approval process for content development, in fact. So those who are developing the content, you can approach them, you can collaborate with them, or you can approach 7 national coordinator.
I think one question we'll take, and then Professor Soni will be here only. And
I'm Professor S.R. Chaudhary from Nagpur University. Sir, as you said, that BBA and BCA has to get approval from AICTE, but already these courses are running since a few years, and this current session has already been started. So what those colleges should do now?
So first of all, institutions need not to worry about it. That is the most important. As I told, you need to seek approval. You apply for AICTE approval and you will get it. As I told, that AICTE is not going to interfere the intake. So whatever stays, as you might have seen the slide also, as is where basis. So wherever you are, whatever programs, like you might have admitted students, there's a possibility, right? So if it is there, whatever conditions are there, you apply, you'll get it.
Okay. So about the working professionals, so you have started the flexi time. Can we call such courses as a part-time courses then?
No, there is no part-time courses at all. You need to complete all the formalities in the sense classes, laboratory sessions, whatever required for the regular one. You need to complete all the formalities for working professionals. Maybe in flexible timing. That is the only, but it is not as part-time. I'm just telling this, informing to all the audience over here, all the dignitaries over here, that there is no such term part-time courses. It's a regular only, but in flexible time. Thank you. I think it was the last question. I'm the most happiest one, in fact. Thank you.
Thanks to everybody, and I will request Dr. Pankaj Mittal ma'am to conclude this session. There is slightly change in the program because Honorable Chancellor of the University and the Honorable Governor could not take a flight due to the weather. So he is coming by road. So we will have 2 more sessions and then we will have the inauguration. Dr. Mittal will brief about the things.
Thank you very much, sir. So thank you all of you for a very, very active participation. The purpose of this session basically is that to apprise you what is happening new in the field of higher education through the regulatory bodies. So you have heard ICR, AICTE, and NAC director was not feeling well, so he could not come, but mostly NAC is there. But today there is a slight change in the schedule because the Honorable Governor who was to come in the morning could not come, and therefore we had to hold this session earlier. Now, because of weather conditions, his flight is not able to take off from Bilaspur, from Raipur, but then he is taking the road and coming to Bilaspur. So he is so committed that he will surely attend this inaugural function. So he is coming by road, but because he's coming by road, it will take some time. So what we have decided is that before lunch, we will do AIU business session and technical session 1. And after lunch, we will start with the inaugural session and the second technical session. So after this session, we'll immediately start with the AIU business session, in which we apprise you that what AIU is doing lately, what new we have been doing, and then we seek your suggestions on what else we can do to improve ourselves. And after that, there will be one technical session 1, and after that lunch, and thereafter we'll have the inaugural session and technical session 2. So thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Soni. Thank you, Dr. Pathak, for chairing this session. And thank you, Dr. Seema Jaggi, for always being there for our conferences. Thanks a lot, and thanks to all of you for the patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.